Keith Urban, Paul Reed Smith, where's the guitar?
Cojones.
Cojones are calling all basketball players. Our dear beloved Derek behind the cameras just went and saw Keith Urban.
Yes, he did.
God, this weekend.
It was glorious.
Glorious event with his friend Victor of the Golf Shaft universe. But no, it was a great show. But he was playing this PRS guitar with a big bird on it.
Yes.
A big bird sound cut out,
bird,
thin line.
right in there.
And this has been in talks for at least over a year, right?
Yeah, well, there was he was playing a Silver Sky that may have had some age to it. I remember that, and that was really cool. And we were like, oh, is he going to come out with a Relic Silver Sky? Is that what's happening?
And then different. We need something
stuff started spicing up, and now we see him playing a PRS, and Derek said he was playing the PRS for a lot of the night. Like
a big percentage. He had about 6 guitars, and that was the primary guitar being played. The other ones were switched in for songs or two. Yeah. Now, at first, I thought it was going to be an NF53 style. That's what he was going to take, kind of like the Miles Kennedy. Yeah. But I think this is not that.
Yeah, no, it seems like its own thing, right?
It's its own thing. It looks much more like a traditional core with the bird cut out forth. But, we're wondering, it's like he's playing a Novo. He's playing his 40th anniversary custom shop Fender. We'll get into that in a minute. He's playing a bass. He's playing this PRS we're mysteriously questioning about. He's playing his black 61 Strat.
Awesome. And then the cream of the crop, right?
Which one?
The Keith Urban acoustic, dude.
Oh, I wasn't there yet.
The Urban acoustic. I was so excited. I just wanted to get to it.
In a Gibson SG special. But his Urban acoustics, which if you haven't seen one, you can see one on the Home Shopping Network or the Food Network. You can get one yourself or at any pawn shop across America. They're everywhere.
Gorgeous.
They're like the new Esteban.
They are.
I think they're made at the same place.
I think
100%.
Keith Urban was Esteban. Esteban is Keith Urban. You see what I'm getting at here? His day job got shifted out for a real job. Now he's a superstar.
That might be true.
I want to see when Esteban disappeared and when Keith Urban
appeared. They do dress the same.
They've never been in the same room at the same time.
Urban, not Keith Urban, but Esteban, in effect, is married to Nicole Kidman then.
Nice.
But let your heads wrap around that little
ankle.
Dude. That's a little Inception moment. That top is spinning. No, so this guitar has been in development. So it leads us to question, like, what is the development cycle for a piece of this caliber? Now, John Mayer's was a huge rebranding and launch almost of the brand in some ways. That, like, I feel like the launch of the Silver Sky was like, it was a knife's edge thing. It could have failed, but it didn't. It became part of the market sphere. The market sphere, that's a new word I made up. And it blew up in launch, and it stayed pretty hot. It stabilized, and then it dropped a bit, and then it stabilized again. And it's become part of the market of PRS.
Yeah.
It's not just like a signature series that sort of lives in its little, people buy these and then tinkers off.
Yeah, it's kind of like a part of the greater world. Like I enjoy that the Silver Sky SE has become its own entity as well. People are like, those are great. I never want to own a core. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, because we will go on and sing praises on that guitar too. It's more stratty than the Silver Sky core.
Yeah.
So the core does its own thing. You have to be prepared for it. But if you want sort of a stratty type guitar that says PRS on it, get Silver Sky SE all day, every day. Great guitar.
Bingo. But this guitar, well, let's talk about John Mayer and how long that took, right? It took just as long as it took MGK and Jelly Roll to finish Lonely Road, which was 2.5 years. That's how long they worked on the Silver Sky.
So yeah, so that's the metric we use is like MJKTQRS. He's an alphabet guy now, and Jelly Roll. That is the algorithm for guitar development now. Crap. No, 2.5 years is about right. I mean,
yeah.
Some people make some jokes. They weren't really reinventing the wheel. They were building a Strat.
Yes.
That has some different stuff to it.
But I think developing a guitar, and I'll say product, because we're talking about product here, boys. Put on your big hats, your business hats. No, but I think a lot of times we assume that companies have like superpowers. Like they're like, yeah, you want that? Boop, done. It's like they can do some things quickly, but it takes time to get it developed. Prepare your factory to be able to manufacture it. Whatever you got to do.
I assume that too. Even though I've been to all the factories multiple times, I still assume that in my head. It's like, why is the guitar not out? That's why we started this video. And we laugh and we go to Fender, like we were talking about with Matt the other day.
Yes.
They have to make a machine to make the machine to make the machine.
Yes.
Sort of it's like, oh, you want that bridge plate in a different way. Well, we got to make a machine to make that.
Yes.
And they don't order it from parts.com.
Yeah. They actually design it.
It's the same with PRS. There's a machine shop within these factories that build the machines to make the parts.
Well, and to talk about our PRS visit too, we saw Paul go down to the floor and actually like manufacture a bridge. Like he's sitting there working on this bridge, changing things about it in the moment. Like
And who would have thought that dude is not just a designer and a business guy, but a great roller skater too. Like he roller skates around the factory
he's a
floors.
queen on that
It was
floor,
like-
dude.
Doing the spins. It was like
He's the dancing queen.
God, it was awesome. It was cool. You don't expect to see that when you go to a factory. It's like Carlos up in Chuck Levin's with his like salsa dancing and pistolas.
You don't expect Paul Reed Smith to be wearing shorts the whole time either. He wore really short
That
shorts.
was shocking, but cool.
Strange.
But it was awesome. It gave it a little zhuzh to the factory
Zhuzh.
experience.
Spice, if you will. He made it spicy.
So it takes time to do this. Like we're just going to antsy to see because we've seen so many things leaked. We know there's got to be a thing ready, so we're excited.
Yeah.
I think people are excited too because this would probably be their biggest artist launch since the Silver Sky.
Yeah.
I think, right?
would-
Is Keith a pretty big artist? I think he's a big
figure
artist.
so. Yeah, and what gets me with this too, though, is like I hope because they came out with the NF53, and like you said,
Is
that's
he a big
what
artist? That was fun to say.
Is he a big artist? I don't
You might know
know.
who that is?
Well, the NF53, my hope was like, okay, he'll revamp that and do something really cool with it, but I don't think that's going to be the case, which is fine. I worry maybe they've already done that and it wouldn't get the same fire. And a guy like Keith Urban, I
They
think,
gave that
deserves
to
fire.
Miles, and Keith's kind of like a different level. He's a
yeah.
monster.
I don't know. I think it'll be cool to see whatever they come out with because I didn't expect it to be something with a bird F-hole.
No.
Like
and maybe they're just punking us, and that ain't the thing at all. Which I would
be so smart. That's big brain stuff.
I would respect that even more. If it's like that ain't the guitar, we're just having fun. It's a ukulele, or like a 5-string banjo.
That would be
or
great.
something. PRS OW, electric PRS banjo.
Dango, dude.
Well, Taylor Guitars is working on that cajon and that ukulele, so that's coming out soon.
Good on him, dude.
Now let's jump back a little bit. Now he plays this other. It can't all be about PRS. Let's talk about Fender. He plays this other little Fender custom shop that he bought at Guitar Center years ago when he first got to Nashville, and that's become his bread and butter. I think Derek wants one of these. If you have one and you don't really like it, let us know. We'll buy it from you.
Let us know if you know where one is, just for fun.
But it's what Keith Urban's been playing. We're hoping they'll make a version of that.
Yes, that would be cool. That'd be a killer signature
Like,
model.
because we're the 40th anniversary of that guitar is coming up in what? Is it 89?
Yep, 89, so 2029. 40 years
That's
ago.
so weird so just wrap your head around that too. 1989 is almost 40. It's gross.
Is that right?
We're all so
I feel
old.
like I'm wrong in the math, but
Because you were born in
No,
what,
I'm right.
87?
yes.
God, he looks great.
Wonderful.
I had that moment with a friend of mine because she's young. I think she's like 39 or something. And she was making jokes like 44. I'm like, you're not 44. She's like, no, I'm not 44. I'm like, I didn't think you were 44. Don't worry. I would never assume that. You don't. You look real young. You're really pretty.
40's the new
Your husband's
20.
there.
20's the new 10.
60's the new 40.
Yeah.
It kind of works in that way,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because older people are looking better now.
And
Every
80
day.
is the new 50.
And we talk about Eve down the street from us. Like we all like when she walks by, we're like, nega, nega, nega. It's like the Willy Wonka not Willy Wonka, the old cartoons. Our tongues come out and like the wolf, and the noises come, the stuff from the 50s.
Some insane cartoon action you're watching.
Our arms fall off and blood spurts out.
I took a strange trip, and the next thing I knew,
I was
Wiley
dead.
the Coyote was in my bedroom.
No, so there's that's one that would be pretty easy to make for Fender. We're hoping we're pitching that softball. Just do it. But PRS, let us know. We're excited. Everybody out there wants to see it. We're excited to see what happens around the corner. You got anything else on this one?
I think so.
I think we're
I'm
good.
excited.
I think we're good. Will you please click like and subscribe
Hit the bell.
and let us know if you care 2 cents about this, if you know 2 cents about it, if you want to buy one of these things, if you want to sell one of these things. No, but we're curious to know your thoughts on this, and if you because we've been seeing the rumors for years, and we want to see what happens.
We're ready to see it come
Excited.
to fruition.
Keith, you look beautiful on stage too. I saw the videos from Derek's cell phone. Gorgeous. I'm gonna go now. Click like and subscribe, and the bell. Click like and subscribe, and
The bell.
I'm leaving. Peace be with you guys.